Listener discretion is advised. Hello and welcome to Scary Time, the podcast that helps you find new, emerging, and undiscovered scary and paranormal podcasts. I'm Greg, the host and curator of Scary Time. Today's episode is from Spooky Spouses. Spooky Spouses is a podcast about paranormal clickbait hosted by Lindsey and Jordan Reed. Spooky Spouses is a family-friendly podcast, but sometimes they talk about diapers or whatever, so buckle up. If you like today's episode, make sure to check out the episode description for links to subscribe. All right, let's get this show started.
Begin.
Lindsey might not think so, but I literally am the strongest person in Ohio. Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan Reed.
And I'm Lindsey Reed.
And this is Spooky Spouses, a podcast about ghosts and strength.
Okay. When we want to, we talk about things like cryptozoology,
How it's paranormal, how strong I am.
urban legends,
My muscles. Go ahead.
unexplained stories,
Creepy crawlies.
anything spooky related.
That's true, including the giggles we have right now. Every time we record an episode, well, before we do, Lindsey and I will both research some paranormal adjacent stuff separately of one another. Lindsey will go to an Arby's and do her research. I will go to, TJ Maxx and become a Maxxinista and do mine where I research. And then we reconvene inside of our home where we live together because we're married, and we discuss what we've researched with each and every one of you and each other. And this week, I'm dedicating my portion of our 155th episode to Molly, our dog.
Yeah, why's that?
Because she came up here when we started recording like she always does, and she's sitting here almost out of arm's reach, and I'm just flapping my arm at her. And now she laid down.
And she did lay down. I will dedicate my portion of the show to... I never know.
I know you don't.
I never know. Because I forget about this part, and I never think about it ahead of time.
You think I think about this ahead of time?
No.
Okay, that's nice.
I'll dedicate it to Phil Rosenthal.
Oh, from Somebody Feed Phil?
Yeah, because he's just a happy-go-lucky dude.
And he just travels smiling and laughing and eating good food and being nice to everybody.
And he's just a weirdo.
He is a weird guy.
Yeah, and it's great.
It is great.
It's a fun adventure with Phil.
Speaking of a fun adventure, I don't know why this is a milestone for us. Maybe it's not, but this is our 155th episode.
Yeah.
And this has been a very fun, weird adventure we've been on.
Yeah, the whole thing or just this episode?
I think the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Because we had 150 a little bit ago, and then now it's 155. Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. Did you ever believe that?
No.
Did you ever believe that?
No.
You know what I realized too? I was thinking downstairs before I came upstairs where you already were.
Yeah.
And you moved our microphones to where we sit, which is very nice. And I thought was very cute. Something cute you did. I realized we've gone 155 episodes without swearing on our show.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there was a couple close calls.
Oh, like butt or diarrhea or something.
Yeah.
And while we were checking our mics, which I always put at the end of the episode, you did. I mean, that might be swearing, but it also might not be swearing.
Yeah, it was
what you
slightly inappropriate, but it was fine.
I was wondering what would happen, and I'll bleep it out, if we just said one small swear each, but it'll be...
I want to just plan a swear.
You just think of one, I'll bleep it out. Maybe it would feel good. Maybe it would feel good to do. If I just if you just say one small swear, I'll bleep it out so no one will ever know. But maybe since we're, it's the 155th episode.
I just feel like you can't force a swear.
You want me to go first?
I guess. It's not a swear.
That's kind of a swear. Okay, I'll bleep that one out that you just said. Yeah, but now Lindsey did not say a swear, but I bleeped it out, and I bleeped out mine, which also technically isn't really a swear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel better? You feel different?
No.
Okay.
I feel about the same.
You don't feel like dangerous or like tough?
I mean, I usually feel dangerous, so.
You usually feel dangerous?
Yeah, I'm a pretty dangerous person.
That's something I never knew about you.
Yeah, I'm very dangerous.
Yeah?
Yeah, watch out for my danger.
Okay.
I actually almost, when I was on my walk today, I was going to record a video and send it to you.
When you were going on your walk, which already proves that Lindsey is the least dangerous person in Ohio.
It was a dangerous walk. It was in the woods at a haunted place.
Yeah, with a very nice, clear, paved path, and it's very nice back there.
It's not paved. It's rocky.
I guess, yeah, manicured path, but it is a very nice little hike.
And sometimes there's snakes on there.
You're right. Yeah. We've also seen a few turtles on that trail.
Yeah, and they're dangerous too.
They sure are. You touch them, you'll get a disease right away.
Yeah. No, I almost recorded a video and sent it to you because you were on a run and I was on a run walk.
Yeah.
And I thought it would have been really funny it's funny that you bring this up because I was like, oh, I'm going to record a video of me doing really dumb things and then just saying how dangerous I am.
Were you really going to do that?
Yeah, I was going to like go kick this tree stump and be like, because I'm so dangerous. Ready for bad boy dangerous.
I love that you almost did that.
Yeah, I didn't because then I just got over it.
It's funnier that you didn't do it.
Okay.
It's funnier that you thought about it and you remembered until tonight at what? 9:37 p.m. to tell me that 12 hours ago you almost did that.
Well, I'm kind of bad, you know?
Yeah, you are.
I'm a bad girl. Well, there was that one time I told that family when I was running around Ohio University's campus that I knew where a building was and I didn't know where a building was.
Didn't you talk about that on our show?
No, I told our friends.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Tell everyone what happened. I was, speaking of being bad, I was in a quartet rehearsal, which is pretty bad.
It was bad. And I left your quartet rehearsal,
which was run up some
really
stairs.
Dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was running around Ohio University's campus and a family pulled up and they obviously were visiting the campus and they were trying to find some kind of dorm. And I don't know why, but like I don't know campus extremely well because I did not go to that school.
Weren't they holding a map?
They had a map and they were lost and they wanted a building. And I even took the time to be like, well, let me look at the map and I'll try to help you out. And like, we even found the number for the building and like, we pointed, like, this was 5 minutes of like trying to figure it out. And then basically just me going, well, I don't go to school here, so I really don't know the campus very well. And then they just all looked at me and said, so you don't even go to school here? And I said, no. And then I said, good luck. And I wasted 5 minutes of their time.
Yeah. You know what? Quite literally, you did.
Yeah. Fully knowing that I didn't know where this dorm was. Like, I had no idea.
I just like your confidence in going like, I'll solve this one.
Yeah. Let me look at the map.
I'll look at the map when I look at the map, all I hear are fart sounds when I look at this map because I don't know where I am. You know what's funny? In your defense, looking at maps, I will sometimes look at a map of Athens, Ohio. And I've looked at that map a million times and I still can't tell you where we live. I'll look around it and I'll be like, I think we're over this way. But I'm up and I'm like, oh no, that's an hour and a half north.
Well, the best part about that story was that I pointed to things on the map that I did know. I told them that's where
oh, yeah, that's right.
There's where the stadium is. Like, I pointed to things that were very obvious on the map. Like, well, yeah, no duh, because it says stadium on it.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Is that you did that before we started taking Magic Mind.
Yeah.
And I bet you now, if that same family were to drive around and they'd be like, oh no, it's her again. And you were to walk up, you'd be like, I actually know where you are without even looking at the map.
Well, that's the thing is my body was craving Magic Mind. So the confidence was there, but the execution wasn't. But now that I've been taking it, I'm like, oh yeah, I can at least point them to the north or the south.
You're right.
Yeah.
So that's proof. If you start taking Magic Mind, like we've been taking Magic Mind, you learn your cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west.
Yeah.
And you become better at reading maps of an area you're unfamiliar with completely and totally.
Exactly. And the best thing about Magic Mind, I know I've said it before, but like it doesn't taste bad.
No, it tastes very good.
It does taste very good. I mix mine in a matcha latte. You usually do smoothie style or straight up, right?
I do smoothie style. If this is your first episode, here's my smoothie recipe that I was going to say borrowed, that I stole from a place that Lindsey and I used to go to that went out of business. Spinach, half an avocado, some dates without the pits. What did I already say? Spinach. What else is in there?
Honey?
A little bit of honey, but not anymore because I use Magic Mind.
Okay.
Coconut
it's got
water.
honey in it.
It does have honey in it.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of coconut water. And is that it? I think that's it. And you blend the crap out of it. And now with the little bloop of Magic Mind, because it's in this perfect little serving, this cute, tiny little elixir-shaped bottle. And it's great. It gives me energy, puts a little peppy in my steppy.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel nice.
It makes me dangerous.
It does make you a little bit, maybe almost too dangerous.
Yeah. Like instead of like walking, 75% of my walk run, I now only walk like 50% of my walk run because the rest of it is straight up run.
That's right. And that's because Lindsey's knees aren't awesome. But they're getting better because we're taking Magic Mind.
Yeah, so I'll be marathoning in no time.
Mm-hmm, that's right. If you want to try some Magic Mind, you can because you listen to our show. You can go to magicmind.co/spooky, look around, find some stuff you like, read a little bit about Magic Mind and how it's great even in the morning as a coffee replacement. You're doing all this reading and you're just becoming smarter by the second. And then at checkout, enter the code SPOOKY40, all one word, all uppercase, spooky, and then the number 40. You can get 40% off of a Magic Mind subscription or 20% off of a regular order.
It's pretty good. Try it out because it gives you energy. It helps cleanse your body.
It does.
It just feels nice.
It feels nice to drink it. Every time I put Magic Mind in my smoothie, or I have done it once where I just take it straight up, I think this is a good decision I'm making. I'm being nice to my body and I feel my brain waking up.
And I drink it. I'm like, I'm so bad.
And then Lindsey drinks it and she can't stop doing backflips while swearing and like making prank phone calls and all sorts of stuff. Kicking hard.
Yeah.
Well, okay. We just kind of been rambling for a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's what we do.
You're right. And it's our 155th.
Yeah, so we're just 155th. We're rambling and ish.
Yeah, we are.
I'm good at rhyming.
Do you want to, instead of saying ish, do you want to say the swear word and I'll bleep it out?
No, because I like ish.
Okay, I was just checking if you wanted to swear. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay.
All right, so this week, this one might, I was trying to think of a funny pun to say about it.
Okay, great.
You might want to sink your teeth into it.
Okay.
Do you have any guesses of what it could be about?
Food.
I mean, kind of. Not really, though.
The only reason why I got weirded out is because of the face you made when you said sink your teeth into it.
Why? What was weird about it?
You went like this. I know no one can see me, but you went like this.
Yeah.
Scrunch your face
My
up.
ew face.
You made a face like you smelled something bad, but you also ate something like a little bitter.
Oh, yeah, that's good too.
Okay. Is it food? That's my guess.
I mean, kind of food, but like...
Is it a live bird?
It's like an aftermath of food.
Well, gross. Barf? Gross.
Not like that. No, not like...
Oh.
Not poop or anything.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
A dessert? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
It is gross, weird, scary stories from dentists.
Oh, no, Linz.
I felt like I needed to be gross.
Okay, well, this is a scary and weird and gross podcast, I guess. Yeah.
Think about like when you're any type of like doctor or dentist, I mean, there's going to be some weird things.
You're right. Now,
because the human body is weird.
The human body is very weird. And I am not a fan of going to the dentist.
No. Well, that's also why I wanted to talk about it, because a lot of people are scared of the dentist Spoiler, you might want to not listen to these stories if you're scared of the dentist.
Okay, great.
Although it has nothing to do with about like the actual dentist. It's kind of like the people that the dentist have seen.
Okay.
It's their perspective.
Okay.
So maybe it'll make you feel better. It'll make you sympathize with them. And then maybe you'll be like, oh, I shouldn't be scared of them because they have to deal with a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Okay, the first story that I have is from Gary Glassman. A little boy jumped into the dental chair and was actually really excited to have his first trip to the dentist. His parents explained to me that there seemed to be something up with his jawline and he was rubbing the side of his mouth a lot with his hands. When I looked inside, I noticed his gums were very swollen, and taking a closer look, I found out that the area that was swollen had a bunch of maggots in there.
Oh my gosh, Lindsey, this is so gross.
Warning.
Okay, yeah, this is disgusting.
This is gross.
Yeah, you're right.
And weird.
Yeah.
And scary.
Gross.
Yeah, that's not good.
Is there more to it that's really gross that you could not say?
What do you mean? About that story or another story?
No, that one. That one specifically.
The little boy was really excited for his first dental exam.
Well, that's great. Did the dentist solve the issue?
I mean, yeah, they took the maggots out.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
They took the Fritos out.
No. They may just call them the problem.
Okay, here's a different story.
Okay, good. Oh, I don't know if I was going to say. Oh, okay.
This is just from Anonymous.
Okay.
When I was doing a routine extraction of my patient's mouth, their jaw freakishly broke in half.
Oh my gosh.
She was rushed to the emergency room and had to have her mouth wired shut. We do not know why it broke in half.
Her jaw just snapped in half.
I guess so.
How does your jaw just spontaneously snap in half?
I don't know.
Like, I'm trying to think.
Like, if it snapped vertically, like, did the bottom jaw come away from the top jaw? Or did it like snap in half? Like, I don't know.
So Lindsey just
like
pointed
horizontally or vertically.
Yeah, Lindsey just pointed to her chin.
Like,
and
down
that's where
from
I
your
thought it.
Chin, like snap in half.
Yeah, a vertical snap right at your chin.
Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you.
Like what? How does that happen?
I don't know. Well, I guess in the story, the dentist said it freakishly, right? Or all of a sudden or whatever.
It just freakishly snapped in half.
That's both gross. That's upsetting, gross, and strange.
Yeah.
Yuck.
This one is Dr. Stephanie. My patient of mine came in and we realized there was an abscessed tooth. And when I poked it,
no, careful.
Her mouth filled with pus.
Lindsey, Marie.
I was going to skip that one, but I felt like you had to hear it.
Lindsey, this is the most disgusting. These are the most disgusting stories you've ever brought in.
Spooky.
No, yeah, gross. Hey,
gross has to do with spooky and weird too. So
You're right. I mean, this does remind me, like, if we have any listeners who collect, like old medical tools and stuff. Some of those things are actually like pretty fascinating to look at.
They're pretty dentistry is one of those things that like it's grown, but not that much. Like it's still kind of caveman-y. It's
still a little bit Cro-Magnon dentistry.
Yes.
But like I could see the people who like this part, they either like the fact that you're grossing me out, or they like the fact that they're like, oh, I love talking about dental stuff and weird body things because I collect old, I don't know, what's like any medical tool? A scalpel. Oh, yeah. I have all these old scalpels.
It's cool. Or maybe they are a dentist and they're like, I have some stories for you.
If anyone is a dentist and they're listening to our show, I'm sorry if our show makes you less smart. But if you want to share some stories with us, please let us know some stuff.
I feel like I should have dedicated my portion of the show to dentists because
you still can.
Well, Phil and dentists.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and I shared the same dentist when we lived in Columbus. Shout out Chad Caccio. And he was great.
Yeah.
He was so nice.
Cleaned up our teeth.
Shout out Chad.
Yeah. This one is from Anonymous. Well, do you want a little break with grossness, or you want to just keep kind of digging?
So do you have one that's kind
Do
of
you
like
want to
silly?
keep just picking
Don't do
those
that.
out?
Don't. Do you have like a silly one?
Yes, I do.
I was going to say save that one to the end.
You want a silly one at the end?
Yeah, because I don't want like a little like, yeah, because I feel like that's the eye of the storm and then it's going to get worse. I'd rather have the storm pass and the silly story at the end.
Okay.
Clear blue sky.
Okay, well, this one's from Anonymous. The title of this one is Smelly Cat.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to pass this one, or should I keep going?
It's called, this is a story about dentistry, and the title of the story is called Smelly Cat.
Yeah.
You know what? Just go ahead.
Okay, Anonymous. An older gentleman came in and his teeth were pretty bad. His breath also smelled pretty bad. The hygienist started flossing his teeth and started pulling out what looked like fur. Cat fur. And not just recent, but fur that has compiled over years. Rotting fur. In his gums, in his teeth, under his tongue.
Okay, yep. You can maybe just do just a quick fast forward. Just a small one.
Basically, they had to take multiple breaks while cleaning.
So, do you think he was...
Maybe he was eating it.
Or do you think he was grooming his cat?
Oh, I never thought about that.
Licking and grooming his cat.
I just assumed, like, if you're older and you have a lot of cats...
They
like,
crawl in your mouth when you sleep, yeah.
They say, like, you swallow 7 cats while you're sleeping.
I think that's the whole thing, yeah. What is it? Let me Google it. Oh, yeah, here it says on Google that annually the average person swallows 7 cats. That's disgusting.
This one is titled Something Borrowed.
Okay.
This one comes from Brian. I had a guy bring in his late mother's dentures to see if I could make them fit his mouth.
Okay, now I'd like to talk about this one because this one raises some questions.
Well, I appreciate the sustainable, reuse, recycle.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Do you think this person who brought in their deceased mother's false teeth, it was false teeth, right?
Their dentures, yeah.
So do you think the person who brought these in, do you think they had teeth of their own and they wanted these to fit over their existing teeth?
Yeah, I think that's what they wanted.
They didn't want to get their teeth pulled out and wear their mom's teeth. They wanted just like an extra set of teeth on top of their teeth.
I guess so. It just says to see if they can make them fit his mouth. Well, I'm guessing he needed dentures.
Do you think he did?
Probably.
Okay, so...
And then he's like, well, my mom had some. I'll just use hers.
Do you think... Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not going to assume one way or the other, I guess. Let's just assume that this person's teeth were already gone.
Right.
But do you think that if we could look at it a little bit diabolically, do you think this person wanted their deceased mom's set of dentures so when they commit crimes and they're looking at dental records and stuff, they're like,
it looks like they're from...
And they artistically take off their glasses.
A deceased woman.
Yeah.
She's been...
Glasses off.
So you could bite people
Dead
and not
for
get
years.
Caught.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something,
Maybe.
and I don't use this word. I don't think I've ever used this word. Something about that seems nefarious.
Yeah.
Is that? Did I use that properly?
I don't know. I don't even know what that word means. Okay, so I have 3 more short little stories. I don't know where we are on time.
We're good. We're good.
1 is gross, 2 are funny.
That's great. Get the gross one out of the way.
Okay. This one is from just Reddit. It does not say the person, it just says anonymous. My brother's dentist said this was the weirdest thing ever. My brother had been having serious jaw pain for weeks, and he said his back teeth hurt terribly. He thought he was getting in his wisdom teeth because he had never noticed this particular tooth before, and the gum around it was really inflamed.
Gross.
So it made sense to him that it was his wisdom tooth breaking through his skin. It got infected, so he decided to go to the dentist. His gums swelled up, and he said his mouth would always kind of taste like meat or like chicken soup.
Lindsey.
That's what he said.
I know. I hate hearing it. I hate hearing it.
He went to the dentist. The dentist was shocked because it was not a wisdom tooth. It was a chunk of a chicken bone.
What?
It was a rogue chicken bone stuck in his gums.
A chicken bone?
Yeah, so it was a good chunk of a chicken bone that was lodged in the very back where you would get your wisdom teeth. And it was so lodged in his gums, all he saw was like the white part and thought his wisdom tooth was coming in. You're holding your mouth and not saying anything.
You gotta love chicken to not know you get while you're eating. I'm just gonna assume chicken wings.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming
you think.
I guess I'm just assuming these stories are from America. And let's just say that's true for now. Americans, by and large,
love chicken wangs.
Yeah.
Love wangs. Country of wangs.
Mm-hmm.
We love chicken wangs.
Yeah.
I would just imagine that this person was just going to town, having the best time of their lives.
Eating chicken wings.
Just chomping on wings and and being in such a state of chicken wing euphoria. Maybe they're doing one of those challenges where you sign the waiver, eat a bunch of spicy wings. Maybe their mouth was numb and just going to town on wings and got a chicken wing lodged in their gums and forgot about it enough to think, oh, that couldn't be a wing. That's a part of my own bone.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
When I first read that story, I kind of figured like the typical cartoon looking bone just like sticking out of the back of his mouth and him being like, that's a weird looking wisdom tooth.
My teeth look funny, huh? Wisdom teeth for you.
There's a bunch of other stories. There's one lady that would get on those
Careful.
Those press-on nails, the French tip press-on nails, and she was gluing them to her teeth. And the
Why
dentist,
that?
I don't know. And the dentist was like, "Hey, you can't do that." But I liked the dentist's name. Her name was Kathy Mayonnaise.
Kathy Mayonnaise.
There was another person that they found a black spot on a tooth and they thought it was an infection. And it turns out it was a seed and it was growing a root system in their mouth, under their teeth. I mean, there are so many stories. There is the last two that I were going to tell. And this is from just anonymous. I had a patient that came in and we went through the entire appointment like normal, and then at the end of the appointment they dramatically handed me a magazine that had aliens on the cover. Very seriously, they warned me that we're going to be taken over one day and that I should seriously prepare myself.
I love that. That's what I'm talking about.
I just like how everything was like totally normal, and then like, oh yeah, aliens.
By the way,
just kidding. And then the last one that I have, I thought was really fun. A guy that came into, this is from Greg.
Oh, nice.
A guy came into Greg and he wanted a full upper top of his mouth sharpened with metal teeth so he could bite people. He literally said,
"So I can bite people."
I had to quote him a huge sum of money just to scare him off because I didn't want to be responsible for someone being hurt or killed.
Yeah, well, good call on Greg's part. I would say instead of quoting the person a large sum of money, just say, oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, you think, but if you have someone that's going to like already bite people, do you really want to tell them no?
That's a good point.
And like for the right price, you might, help someone bite people.
Hey, for the right price. As soon as you said for the right price, you slowly started to do a very mild Italian accent.
Yeah.
And hey, for the right price.
For the right price.
Yeah.
I give you thanks.
Couple hundred big ones. Yeah, put some metal in your mouth, bub.
Yeah, honestly, if you look up some stories, you're going to go on a gross adventure. There was one guy that they found bugs in his mouth, but it turns
Okay.
out they were just living in his beard.
Disgusting.
You know, it just goes on and on.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Bugs? I don't like bugs.
Yeah.
I was even earlier today, we were doing like very, very, very small amounts of yard work.
Yeah.
And you said, oh, the daddy long legs out where we live get huge. And we started calling them chonky long legs.
Yeah.
And then I said, I'm not scared of them. I'll let one crawl on my arm. And then I walked to it and went, no, I actually won't. Because I think that's a stupid idea. I'm afraid of bugs.
Yeah.
Very afraid of bugs. And I don't like mouth stuff. It really grosses me out.
I mean, anytime there's a bug living in your body, it's not fun. But it happens, you know? Like,
it does, though. That's the thing. Sometimes the more you know, to everybody, sometimes bugs live in your body.
yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, it's just part of life.
It is. And that's gross that it is.
If you go through life and you don't have any bugs living in your body, you were a lucky one.
You ever had bugs living in your body?
I don't think so.
Yeah, good. I
I
don't know
don't
if
think I had any. I did just read Colin Jost from Saturday Night Live, his memoir, and he went to some tropical beach somewhere, and he did have what are those flies?
Oh, bot flies.
A bot fly living in his leg.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, really can kind of just sneak up on you.
And because I didn't answer, I don't believe I've ever had bugs living in my body.
Yeah, I don't think I have either, unless there's some living in there right now, but they're staying quiet. And
Yeah. They're not bothering anybody.
they're not bothering anybody.
Well, hey.
What if you looked over and there was a fly just like waving from my face?
Hello.
Hi.
Well, what about this? Let's do some haunted housekeeping.
Yeah.
Clean up our mouths.
Yeah, I kind of want to brush my teeth now.
And then when we come back, I have some stories too.
Okay.
Lindsey, gross. All right. Well, we will see each and every one of you in the haunted housekeeping zone in 3,
2.
1.
Hello, weary traveler. Welcome to ye old haunted housekeeping area.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? Maybe we have some stuff in the haunted housekeeping area that you can use with you and take with you on your journey. That's kind of the metaphor we're going for here. Like a like a play pretend.
Yeah. And speaking of journeys, say maybe something spooky related has happened to you, or maybe you just need some advice because you have a ghost living in your house. Go ahead and give us a call on our haunted hotline.
Yeah, you can call or text whenever you would like. The phone number for our haunted hotline is 803-816-2667 or 803-816
Booze.
BOOS, like the plural word of what ghosts say.
And we'll try our best to give you advice or maybe find a solution.
Yeah, and again, I think try is the key word.
Yeah.
If you have something strange happening around your house, if something happened to you or a friend or a family member in the past, if you feel like you can predict the future, if you found something at a yard sale and maybe you didn't buy it but you stole it, you brought it home and you feel like now your house is haunted, call and let us know.
We want to hear about it.
Honestly, we'd like nothing more. Again, the phone number is 803-816-2667 or 803-816
Booze.
If you're a fan of our show and you want to listen to other shows on the Scavengers Network, you can.
No way, really? How do I do that?
Well, it's very easy, Lindsay Marie. You can just go online and check out the scavengersnetwork.com or check out Scavengers Network on basically all social media platforms and learn about all the shows we have on the network.
I'm just kidding. I already do.
That's great. Shows like Myth Takes, Unnatural 20s, Side Character Quest, Blink and You'll Miss It, Timeline Scavengers, FMK All Day, The Amateur Detective Club, and a whole bunch of other fun shows.
Tons of great people, and ourselves included, on the Scavengers Network. I know I said that like a robot, but I swear I'm not.
But spoiler, Lindsay's a robot.
I'm a robot.
And hey, if you've been with us for a while or you're just listening and you like our show and you might kind of like us, even though, you don't know us in real life, we would love it if you gave our podcast a rating or a review. It would really help us out.
Even if you don't like our show and you don't want to review our show, maybe just give it 5 stars because, give back, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
Well, see you later.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope that you had a great haunted housekeeping experience. And what did you do when we were, what did we, okay. I forget what we talk about in there. We say subscribe to the show, tell people about the show.
Yeah.
What else do we say? Call our haunted hotline, 803-816-BOOZE.
Check out the Scavengers Network. Take a Magic Mind.
Take a Magic
That was the
Mind.
beginning of the episode.
True. Go to Discount Cemetery.
Do it.
There's an ad for Podcube in there.
Yeah.
Are you all listening to that show? It's a fun show. It's silly.
Yeah.
Lindsey, actually, what's fun about Podcube is that if you haven't listened to the show, it's just like a silly little sketch show that Mason and Tucker and I do. But Lindsey actually wrote one of the most recent episodes, or came up with the whole idea for it. It was the one about Dream Phone. That was all from Lindsey's brain.
Yeah, I have a brain.
Lindsey has a sweet brain.
And sometimes it works.
I'm not trying to brag, but sometimes my brain
When
works.
I'm not being dangerous, I'm being smart.
That seems like one of those shirts that you'd see like for sale, but it has like 12 different fonts all over it.
Yeah.
This girl of German descent, also who's Polish, is dangerous, and when her brain isn't working, when her brain is working, she's smart.
Am I Polish? I don't think
Yes.
I'm Polish.
You are? Yeah, you're
Oh,
Polish.
yeah. Well, Scottish.
You're German, Scottish, and Polish.
Okay.
Okay,
And dangerous.
could have fooled me. What's your heritage?
Dangerous.
Dangerous,
And
Polish.
pretty smart and Polish.
Okay, I have a few stories.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring this one in first because it's short and sweet, and it sparks a little discussion
Oh.
between the two of us. Now, this story, this is from the subreddit Paranormal from user JulieB1111. And when I found it, it was posted 4 minutes ago.
Wow.
So that means it was posted a little bit longer. This is posted about an hour ago from when we're recording right now.
Hot off the press.
It's H off the P. You know what I'm saying?
Little
Yeah.
dive into our secret behind the scenes show. We researched about an hour before we recorded this.
So, I'm not trying to brag, but
So we're pretty cool.
I don't know if we are. Okay. This subject of this story, or the title of this story, is Game Changer from Skeptic to Believer. And first it says, in parentheses, it says serious. So they're not joking around. I think it's because some stories in like some of these subreddits are like the long, I say long short stories, but like mini little novels about creepy experiences that to me 9 times out of 10 are just so painfully made up.
Yeah, but a lot of them are like, I don't usually believe in this stuff, but this made it real.
It's they're turning into, a lot of stories on Reddit are turning into, or have already, one influenced the other. Recipes online. You go to look up a recipe. Great. I want to make salad rolls. I know I need X, Y, and Z. You find salad roll recipe. You find one with high reviews. And then you look at it and you say salad rolls. Great. Just like you would get, I don't know, somewhere in Vietnam. And then you get pages and pages and pages of, when I was first born, the first thing I remember is whatever.
I don't get that because like one of the first buttons that you can click on those pages is jump to recipe.
And you know everyone's hitting that button.
Right. So it's like, why even waste your time writing a novel about you?
No, I really don't know. Tell me how to make salad rolls. Tell me how to make whatever. I don't like, no offense. I'm not here to, I don't know, find out a lot about when you were 18 and you ate 12 salad rolls in one day and you loved it and blah, blah, blah.
I mean, I'm not here to study.
No, I want to learn how to make them.
Quiz at the end, like.
And that's the thing with Reddit. I don't want to read all these poo-poo stories that are made up.
Cliff Notes.
And this one is I'll even show you the size of this one. Cliff Notes.
Nice.
And it says serious at the top. Okay, Game Changer from Skeptic to Believer. Serious. Bless you, Lindsey.
Thank you. I seriously had to sneeze. Serious. Dangerous.
Are you going to start saying I'm serious after you sneeze every time?
Yeah.
That was a serious one.
That wasn't a fake one. That was serious.
That was a serious sneeze.
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to hear from those skeptics who had key moments that changed their belief from a skeptic to a believer. I guess this is talking about seeing ghosts or spirits.
So paranormal adjacent.
Yes.
Okay.
For me, it was at a hotel. A spirit boy came to the foot of my bed. When I looked to see if it was one of my kids who were on the other side of the room sleeping, he walked towards the wall and disappeared. Then he told me his story in my dream. My husband next to me heard screaming that night. The boy's mom was screaming in my dream. So that's their whole story. Now, I don't know if it's like the best story on earth. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's fake. I mean,
Yeah.
Julie B 11111111 says at the top that they're being serious about it. Okay, sure. But not focusing on that story, but just focusing on, do you have an experience with the paranormal that was the moment for you where you were like, oh, okay, I think I believe in ghosts for sure?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I've always been a skeptic about stuff. I don't know if there was I don't know if I remember an actual point.
What about something that happened maybe recently that you were like, oh, that makes me believe even more? Maybe within the last few years, we've been doing a bunch of stuff.
Well, I mean, I just think it's interesting. I always think hotel ones are interesting because I have that story about seeing my deceased father at a hotel. And that was about 8 years ago? Maybe not even 7 years ago?
No, that was maybe even, I think that was 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay. I think it was a little bit longer.
It wasn't, because that was at CryptidCon when we were doing our show.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was a really big, weird experience that I really couldn't explain. And it was just, the whole night was off. And yeah, it was just so realistic that I think that was a big thing. Not necessarily believing in ghosts, but kind of feeling another presence that's been passed. I don't know. What about you?
I think for me, the first one is when my brother passed when I was going into 6th grade.
Yeah.
And Chris and my brother Brad, they would always walk down the stairs the same. I think I've told the story a few times on the show.
Right.
Where they would go gunk, 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 gunk. They would skip a stair or whatever. And then we heard that upstairs. I think it was the day after the actual burial, the actual ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
And we heard walking upstairs, then gunk, 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 gunk on the steps, and the door popped open.
Right.
And there were, I think maybe there had to have been anywhere between 10 to 15 people in the same room. We all heard it and saw it.
Right.
So that probably sparked it, or that definitely sparked it. But one that happened recently is when we were doing the Estes methods, and we heard multiple times in one session, your name, we heard my name.
Right.
We saw behind, when we were doing one that we didn't record, behind our buddy Dana, or behind you, I forget, just one tree amongst a bunch of little trees just shake. Just one tree shook.
Right.
And then we realized that tree is a pawpaw tree. And then how you get pawpaws out of pawpaw trees is you just shake them.
Right. Yeah, it's hard for me because it's I've had weird, strange things happen.
Yes.
But having a physical, well, I guess you can't really say physical, but kind of interaction. I think that's the only time is, having that weird experience at a hotel. But I don't think I've just had weird, unexplained things happen.
Sure.
So I don't know.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think. I'm really trying to think of, any time that I yeah.
If any of you have the experience, the one that for sure made you believe in the paranormal, or at least got you interested, let us know. Holler at us. We would really like to hear about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have some other stories. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, great. Do you want one? The title seems harmless, but I'm actually scared.
Okay.
Or 3 possible scenarios. Only one of them doesn't totally freak me out.
Maybe that one, the second one.
Okay. This is also from the subreddit Paranormal, and the user's name Sensitive Substance 6.
Okay.
Okay, great. And the tag on this story is debunk this, which is interesting because there's these little calls to action underneath stories now. It kind of highlights what type of story it is, which is interesting. So you can personal experience tag. The other one we saw was experience tag. The other one on another story is unexplained. So I think that's really neat. You can look for what type of story you're going to get.
Yeah.
Smart, Reddit. Smart job.
You're doing it.
Okay, this is again from Sensitive Substance 6. 3 possible scenarios, only one of them doesn't totally freak me out. I am someone who definitely believes in the paranormal and has had some experiences in the past, but I'm genuinely not sure what to think about this. A couple of weeks ago, I woke up to see 2 new videos on my phone. Whenever cell phones are involved, it freaks me out.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. We've talked about it before of like recorded videos, but I don't know. Technology's weird.
Technology is weird. It could be a number of things. It could be your phone glitching, which is like, okay, fine. It could easily be somebody else controlling your phone from somewhere else.
Which is freaky.
Which is really freaky. It could be paranormal. I don't know.
I would rather a ghost film me or do something weird with my stuff than have somebody that is like a living being record me or play with my stuff.
Me too. 100%.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, 2 new videos on the phone. They were both recorded at 1 a.m. with a couple of minutes in between them. They were of nothing since it was the middle of the night, but there was sound. The sounds were actually pretty normal. Me breathing, planes and cars going by, some rustling. I frequently toss and turn, blah, blah, blah. What I don't understand is how these videos could have been recorded. I sleep with my phone on a windowsill, which is about 1 foot above my bed, and 2 to 3 feet in distance away from my bed. So there isn't really a way for me to accidentally start a video. Also, maybe I'm underestimating the quality that an iPhone can take, or the quality of video that an iPhone can take. But if the phone was that far away, how did it capture my breathing? I'm not a snorer and I sleep with my mouth closed. But again, I may not be putting enough faith in the capabilities of my phone. I'll let you all give me some insight here. So, okay, a foot above and about 2 to 3 feet away. I think it might still capture sound, but if Sensitive Substance 6 is talking about how they keep bringing up the breathing. So I would think that it was pretty loud. They're breathing. So I attribute that to your phone being closer to your face.
Right, which is very weird.
I was kind of creeped out by this. So when it happened, I checked all the doors and windows and they were all locked. I checked my bedroom and all the other rooms in my apartment. Nothing seemed to be out of place or tampered with. There are 2 doors that someone could enter the apartment building itself from, but those were also locked. I've had some other interesting things happen in my apartment as well. Knocking and popping noises, waking me up in the middle of the night, increased sleep paralysis episodes, and strange dreams. But the apartment is kind of old, so the noises may be nothing. And I've been stressed out lately and have had problems with sleep paralysis since I was a child. So that and the dreams could perhaps be my mental state. Anyway, I guess what I want to know is which is the most likely scenario? Someone is breaking into my house and taking videos of me sleeping. Some paranormal entity is taking videos of me sleeping, or my phone glitched and just took the videos on accident.
Yeah, but like the thing is I don't know. Like, what was the video of? Nothing?
It was just recording. It was a dark room, so it was just a black screen.
Okay, so there was nothing on the video.
There was nothing on the video, but the sound of them sleeping or the sound of them breathing was pretty prominent in the video.
No way that they said that they fell asleep with their phone.
No, I guess one of the reasons that I think sparked them to write this story is that everything was where it was supposed to be. Yeah. Phone was away, a foot up, and then 2 to 3 feet away. So they're not like getting it and hitting record and then stopping it in the middle of the night. I mean,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Phone stuff like that is super weird.
It is super weird, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It really creeps me out. I mean, what, if that happened to you, what would be your gut instinct?
No.
I think it's about the same distance now from where you sleep to our windowsill.
Mm-hmm.
It's not close, but it's not that far.
Depending on where I lived, I like wouldn't rule out that someone was in my house. Because it's like, say you're in a city, you're like they said, you're in an old apartment. Like as scary as that is, that could be a possibility. I mean, I had a friend that had a girl living in their house without them knowing.
You're right.
And like eating their food and using their shampoo and stuff. So like those things can happen. But like say like, you know, especially like where we live now, I don't ever think that someone's in the house or I have that fear. So it's like, I don't know, it could be paranormal or it could just be my phone being haywire.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's difficult for your phone just to start taking video.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like there are stories of people's phones just randomly calling someone in their phone book.
Right. Well, I've turned my phone on before and like typed in my password and my camera was up.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I could have hit something before I closed my phone. But like, it's weird because I don't ever remember hitting my camera and then shutting my phone screen off. Like, it's just kind of randomly popped up.
Yeah. Like my phone has done a weird thing where, what is it like? It'll like just start auto filling like random letters in a text message.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for your phone just to start taking video. I mean, I don't think it's common.
Yeah.
But I also haven't been around a lot of cell phones. You know, I've owned how many in the past?
Right.
I don't know.
I just think like, what if you went to put your phone down and you accidentally had your camera on and you accidentally started recording and you set it down without even realizing it
You could.
and went to bed?
I mean, all it takes these days to open your camera is just a little slide of your finger.
Well, the thing that I think about that's creepy. Okay, so they're in an apartment. It's an old building. They set their phone on a windowsill. Like, what if if they're on the first floor,
Oh, gross. Yeah.
somebody could potentially like open your window and play with your phone.
That's disgusting.
Well, they probably were playing Candy Crush and
Yes.
then like they were like,
Oh, I think I'm recording.
Oh, oops, sorry. I was just
Oops.
trying to crush.
I was just trying to crush some candies.
Why do we still think it's funny, you and I, not everyone else, but just you and me, when we
Because
talk
we
about
think-
phones, we still say Candy Crush.
because people are still playing that Crush.
You think they are?
Yeah, people are still playing Pokemon Go.
Okay, well, it's not Pokemon, okay?
What is it?
I think it's
Pokemon.
I really don't know what it is because I also don't play. I just think it's funny you say Pokemon.
But I don't say Pokemon.
I know you don't say Pokemans. You're right. Yeah, you don't. But I don't know why I still think it's
I
funny to say
have
Candy
started
Crush.
saying the COVID though because our parents say it.
Yes.
And now I think it's funny to say the COVID.
And we were just on a trip, Lindsay and I, with our moms. We wanted to take our moms on a mom trip because they deserve it.
Yeah, why not?
And I think I heard both of our moms say, oh, well, and then the COVID thing happened. And
I've kind of just worked it into my vocabulary because now I think it's really funny.
I think the people who are playing Candy Crush is a very specific
Moms.
two demographics.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I'll say older moms. And then I think 8-year-olds who don't necessarily know what money is yet. And they're like buying all these like upgrades and stuff. And their parents are like, you did what on the game? About $6,000 worth of cherry blasts or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know.
You spent $500 on grape diamonds?
See, that's the thing I don't get is when parents get mad when their kids accidentally buy stuff or purposely buy stuff when you've given them a device that they can do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially with like a lot of mobile games, they make it almost impossible to not accidentally spend $10.
It's like if you have your credit card attached, that's not your kid's fault. That's yours.
Yep, sure is.
You just paid $35 for Candy Crush.
Yeah, you've done it.
Yeah. Don't give your kid the phone if you don't want to spend $35 for Candy Crush.
We were playing about a couple years ago some pretty boomery games. We were playing, what is it, Gardenscapes?
Yeah.
We played that for a minute.
I forget why because when we fly places, like when
Yeah.
we fly somewhere, we download dumb games because, yeah, I have to, get my focus off of the fear of dying on a plane. So
Yep.
I play Gardenscapes.
But I think we only played it up to a certain point because then...
Then you have to pay for it.
Yeah, it was like, do you want to play more than 8 minutes at a time? All it takes is just $10.
Well, they really lure you in, though, because they're like, you want to remodel your kitchen? And you're like, I've just remodeled the whole house. Of course I want to remodel the kitchen.
That'll be $10.
That'll be $10 to start remodeling your kitchen.
Do you want this sconce? That'll be $10. Everything's $10 in video games.
Do you want this fold-out chair or do you want this really cool mid-century modern chair? $10 for the mid-century modern.
That'll be $10, please. It's just $10. Or you can watch a video.
And then if you lose, it's always the most saddening music, like bah, bah, bah.
And then you have to watch 6 ads for another. Phone games, you know what? they stink.
They used to be fun.
They
And
did.
then ads and everything took over.
You're right.
Man, what a cool show we have.
What a cool show.
Well, that's because we're dangerous.
It's because you're dangerous and I'm strong. That's why we have such a cool show.
Yeah, I forgot that you were really strong.
Yeah, it's your devil may care attitude and my physical strength.
Yeah.
And it didn't get picked up on the mics, but I just had the world's smallest burp just to show how strong I am. I leaned away from the microphone to burp.
Because you didn't want to blow the microphone away
Yeah, because I'm too strong.
with your strong burp.
Well, I just have those 2 stories today.
Well,
That's all I really
interesting.
have. Yeah, just 2 little stories.
Your first story brings up a lot of stuff because that was a hotel story. I relate to that because I had a really weird experience in a hotel. I don't know. Does anybody else have weird hotel stories? I'm fascinated by them because that and hospitals. And I know that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
cliche. They're spooky, they're haunted, but it's like there's a lot of people that go in and out of them. And there's a lot of, macabre, weird stuff that happen at both of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, in hospitals, there's a lot of death. There's a lot of traumatic experiences.
A lot
There's
of emotion,
a
a lot
lot
of
of emotion.
attachment. I mean, and they're the same with like hotels. There's a lot of emotion, whether it's really happy or it's really sad or it's,
Well, I think you have like a lot of people moving in and out of a place like all
Right.
the time. And I think people bring their baggage with them and literally, but then also I think figuratively, whatever their baggage is, like emotionally, their energy, I don't know. I also don't know like how safe of an answer or how like boring of an answer the word energy is, but
Mhm.
I think whatever that means in the paranormal world or whatever, I think that there's a lot to that.
Yeah.
I don't know, bringing your essence with you places, I guess.
Yeah. I want to know if anyone else has any creepy hotel stories. Like, call and tell us about it.
Yeah, if you do have any creepy hotel stories, it's illegal for you not to call us.
Yeah. We'll call the cops
Yeah, or we'll just tell Molly to.
or like tell someone about it.
Yeah, some real nasty people.
Like our dog, Molly.
Well, if you want to call and tell us about it, you can. Our phone number is 803-816-2667 or 803-816.
Booze.
That's right. Well, I guess that's our show.
That's it. We did it.
We did it 155 and we
Again.
swore twice.
Yeah.
Well, we technically didn't.
yeah. I just said broccoli.
Yeah. Lindsay said the word broccoli and I said the word for pea, but that could be a swear.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a swear.
Well, we'd like to thank Eli Rexford Chambers for writing the music that you hear at the beginning, the middle, and the end. You can find Eli, our trumpet, flute, little musical baby boy, at Eli Who Does Music on social medias.
You can. He's a wonderful boy. He's special and sweet. His hair is getting very long. And, he's just doing his thing.
Yeah, his spirit is getting very loving.
His spirit is, you know what his spirit is doing? I think Eli's spirit is blossoming.
Aw.
It is, isn't it?
I think it's always been blossomed. It's just now exploding.
It is. He's growing he's getting new spirit. He's getting new spirit tendrils.
Yeah.
I think his spirit is evolving.
His vines are expanding.
Gross.
We'd also like to thank everybody at the scavengersnetwork.com. You can find our podcast and many other great podcasts if you go check it out at scavengersnet.com. There's merchandise, there's podcasts, there's things to read.
There sure are. And you can get to there and the Scavengers Network Patreon just by checking out our show notes. There's a lot of fun little info in our show notes.
Check them out.
We would also like to thank each and every one of you for listening to our show, whether it's your first time here, whether you're a new listener, whether you're a veteran, you've been listening for all 155. We know there's at least 6 of you, so that's great.
Really? 6?
I think about 6.
I always just think it's Eli.
Well, I know
Well, we have 2 Elis.
we do have 2 Elis. We
So
have
double Eli trouble.
We have the Eli, the king of the Raccoon Kingdom,
Yes.
and then we have Eli who does music.
flute arms.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, whether this is your first time or your last time or your 155th time,
Or your middle time.
Or
You're
your
not
middle
sure
time.
yet if you want to stay or go.
We would love it if you rated the show, you reviewed the show, or if you just told some people that you know about our weird little show. You know, we say it's a spooky show. Sometimes Lindsey brings in some really disgusting stuff like this week, but you know, it's a chill hang here.
We're just chill hanging.
It's a chill hang.
Yeah.
Hey, we're just putting out the vibe, having a chill hang.
Just having a chill hang, talking about teeth and talking about phones.
Yeah, that's basically it. So if you like our show, tell people about it and help us by supporting the show.
Yeah, do it.
Well, I guess that's basically it. Until our next episode, I hope that everyone is just really absorbing the weather we've been having recently. I know it's been very hot, but around Ohio, it's been nice today. And the last few days, I hope that you're just absorbing the sun and experiencing the outdoors. You know, that's what I hope.
Until next time, I hope everyone is just getting out and about and doing their thing and loving it, you know?
And wherever you are, having a chill hang.
Yeah, I hope everyone's having a chill hang, being dangerous. Not too dangerous.
No, please.
And yeah, if you want to tell me about your dangerous story, call us too. I want to hear how dangerous you are.
Yeah, we would love nothing more, honestly. Well, until next time, we'll see each and every one of you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Check. Cream corn. Check. Cream corn. Checking. Go ahead, Linz.
Zucchini, pickle.
What's your favorite vegetable to grill and chill?
Zucchini.
What's your second fave veg to grill and chill?
Corn.
Number 3?
Eggplant.
Number 4?
It's a lot.
It's
Potatoes, if done right.
Grilled?
Well, yeah, you put them in a packet.
Oh, you put them in foil and...
Yeah.
Okay. So technically not grilled.
Carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5?
Peaches.
Not a veggie.
It can be.
It can't be, actually.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Cream corn. Check. Hey, it's me, Cream Corn Chris, and welcome to Cream Corn Corner.
Hey, it's me, Cream Corn Kathy, and I'm creaming and Cathin.
I can't believe
you broke. You couldn't even get a laugh out. You broke. You stared at me with your mouth open.
Because you...
You stared at me with your mouth open.
You said you were creamy.
Their mics good?
Yeah, they're fine.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks again for listening to Scary Time by Indie Drop-In Network. If you would like to nominate a scary or paranormal podcast to be featured, just send me a tweet at Indie Drop-In. I'd also love to hear if one of our featured podcasts is now your favorite show. Indie Drop-In survives off ad revenue and listener donations. If you would like to contribute, please consider buying me a coffee. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/Indie Drop-In. If you look at the very bottom of the episode description, you will see a link to make it easy. Indie Drop-In also has many other shows you might like. Just go to indiedropin.com. See you next week.